We're going to move along fairly quickly, so I would recommend having everything very close to ringside. Red and white exhibitors, your summer yearlings should be at spring yearlings should be at ringside, please.
So they got down for
there he is. Yeah. I had bio handed to me on them to the judge 2 days here. That just crossed my mind.
They're going to be here after you.
Yeah. I am. Well, I don't know. It's a pretty short one. I'll probably get 4. But if you're keeping track over there in case I have questions. Let me see if I can get it. It's going to get hectic is when he starts wrapping up. It gets back and forth. So we'll get through it. If I need you, I'll ask. Yeah, if I need you, I'll ask. Yeah, as long as it's fairly short. Yeah, I respond to that too. Thank you.
Milton Shorthorn exhibitors, your fall heifer kale should be at ringside, please.
So I need all those again, please, Kennedy. Okay.
Attention red and white exhibitors, we're looking for entries for our spring yearling class. We're looking for entry 419 from Emily Lamson. We're looking for entry 420 from Kevin and Janet Miller. We're looking for entry 421 from Owen Kimball. We're looking for entry 431 for Lucy and Owen Kimball, please. Congratulations in our winter heifer calf class. Milking Shorthorn Ring. First place, second place to entry 620, exhibited by Justin and Ashley Kaufman. All Glow Foster Ryan E.T. First place and best bred known to entry 621, Maple Downs Farms 2. And King's Ranch and Farm exhibiting King Lloyd Zumba Sunrise E.T. Judgment.
Well, just two here in our Milk and Shorthorn winter calf class, but a pretty handy winner for me. A calf that is just so stylish out on the move. She's just a little fuller in her crops today than the calf in second. She also tracks just a little nicer on her feet and legs and keeps her tail down in between her pins just a little nicer than this extremely delicate calf coming out in second.
For those of you keeping your catalog in the Milk and Shorthorn Show, class number 1, the winner heifer calf. Entry 620 was second. Entry 621 exhibited by Maple Downs Farms 2 and King's Ranch and Farm was first and best bred known, King Lloyd Zumba Sunrise E.T.
There's the junior.
Both juniors, right?
Yep. Right there.
Yeah.
406.
Huh?
We already had 406. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to wait for
First
the sheet.
junior's 397 was 7th, and then 398 was
Yep,
8th,
right
and
behind.
that's the second junior.
Yep.
Got it. I gotta wait till this week or two.
Doberiner, Black, Bowen, and Clark Valley.
And Park Valley.
Thank you. What do you mean?
Guys way down there start talking about how to place it.
Every day is a different day.
Congratulations in our red and white summer yearling class. The first place junior, entry 397, exhibited by Tristan Miller. Pheasant Echoes Dibs Red E.T. Third place in our class of summer yearlings, entry 407, exhibited by Kelly and Tyler Reynolds. Redcrest Awesome Cantina Red. Second place to entry 409, exhibited by Brian Enright, Lucky Hill Dairy, and Hammy Holsteins, Myrick Fleury, DB Verona. And first place to entry 404, exhibited by Doberiner Black, Bowen, and Clark Valley, Ray Cub Unstopped, Relly Red, Judge Eaton.
Well, another great group of heifers here in our summer yearling class, and I think we have a heifer that comes to the top plate anyway for me. A heifer that has so much run throughout, a heifer that has so much style as she moves around the ring, a heifer that's probably the best legged heifer in the class as well, a heifer that just moves so fluently. A heifer that I give the advantage today, she's just a little bit longer all the way through her frame. Heifer it's just a little bit cleaner all the way through. The heifer that just flexes her hop just a little nicer than does this very well balanced heifer coming out in second. Our second place heifer over this big square heifer coming out in third. I just prefer the way that she tracks on her hind legs, the bone down through her hop, over a field of pretty balanced heifer coming out in third. Our third place heifer out nice with the advantage. She's a little deeper through her chest floor, back to her flank. Heifer it's a little cleaner through her hips and pins and up through her head and neck. But another very well balanced heifer here in fourth. Our fourth place heifer is giving an advantage. She's a little longer through her frame. Heifer I prefer the way that she carries her hips, pins and curls around the ring. Just a little nicer, more desirable than does this long frame calf coming out here in fifth. Congratulations.
In our Milton Shorthorn Fall Heifer Calf class, congratulations to the first place junior, entry 622, Ella Field, exhibiting New Beginnings Comanche Riesling, I think. Third place to entry 624, Carolyn Lawrence, exhibiting Hardcore Ride Firestar. Second to entry 1365, exhibited by Peter Vale, Old Bankston JC Lip Gloss EXPET. And first place to entry 623, Keith and Donette Fisher, exhibiting Hardcore Ride Rio. Judge Mitchell.
Goodbye. Do you unhook her chain? Did you do that? Yeah, I got it.
Okay. We got the escapee talk, so we'll move on. Two really nice heifers here to start your fall calf class. For me, the heifer I'm starting the class with is just a little more balanced heifer. She holds herself together just a little nicer when they're out on the move, keeps her a little more level from hooks to pins. I also prefer the thorough placement on this first place heifer over the extremely daring heifer in second. A little grand heifer in second. She's just a little longer and cleaner in her neck today than that heifer in first. And then second over third. This heifer just has so much more mass, just more drop to both her fore and her rear rib than the extremely daring heifer coming out in third.
Congratulations in our Milton Shorthorn Fall Heifer Calf class. Those of you reading down your catalog, entry 622 was first junior, and fourth, Ella Reed exhibited New Beginnings Comanche Riesling. Entry 1365 was second. Entry 623 exhibited by Keith and Donette Fisher. Hardcore Ride Rio was first and best bred known. And entry 624 was third. Entering the ring now is our one senior yearling, spring yearlings should be at ringside.
And in our red and white.
If you're keeping the catalog in the red and white show, reading down our summer yearling class, entry 1368 was 13th, entry 1294 was 14th, entry 395 was 18th, entry 396 was 11th, entry 397, Trinity Miller, exhibiting Pheasant Echoes Didge Red PT, was first junior and seventh. Entry 398, Hayden Ayers, exhibiting Hey Audi Alt Malibu Red, was second junior and eighth. Entry 399 was fourth. Entry 400 was sixth. Entry 401 was 17th. Entry 402 was 12th. Entry 403 was 10th. Entry 404, exhibited by Doberiner Black, Bowen, and Clark Valley, was first. Ray Cub, Unstopped, Rally Red. Top of the next page, entry 405 was 16th. Entry 406 was 9th. Entry 407 was 3rd. Entry 408 was 5th. Entry 409 was 2nd. And entry 412 was 15th. In our Milton Shorthorn Summer Yearling class, first place to entry 1364, exhibited by Peter Vale, Lazy M Money on the Line.
Just one heifer here in our Milton Shorthorn Summer Yearling class, but An extremely nice heifer, certainly deserving to win the class. You really admire the rump on this heifer and just the style that she has when she leads to the young man.
Milton Shorthorn winter yearlings should make their way to the side, please.
Spring yearlings coming out our ears.
I guess so.
Mason Zimba won the senior division of the judging contest last night, so he is part of that. Was that he was able to shadow Aaron today? Yeah. So he's able to do it right now. He wasn't able to do it earlier. So yeah. So if someone could you announce that and just say thank you for
Yep.
giving Mason the opportunity. Congratulations to me.
And did you also add up Douglas?
Yes, so I was going to give him 2 seconds and he shadow or
Someone involved in the planning of the spring show came up with a really cool idea this year and decided to grant the opportunity for the winner of the youth judging contest to shadow the judge of his choice or her choice in the show ring today. So that youngster that won that contest yesterday is wandering around the center of our red and white ring. That would be Mason Zimba. Can we get a round of applause for Mason, please? Now, ultimately, this was Aaron Eaton's call if he wanted to allow this to happen because he doesn't want to get upstaged by the kid. So we want to thank Aaron for allowing Mason to have this opportunity as well.
Livy's gonna get the big dollar cash.
Sorry. Nope, you finished doing what you're doing and then I will ask you. Last class, can you tell me guys if you got junior recognition of that yet?
Yeah, but it was 17.
17, was it the first or second junior?
Oh,
Nope,
no.
okay.
441 is a scratch.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just in time for retired runners here. I was driving home. So for tomorrow, I guess we're gonna try to get that open so that it's not
Congratulations in our Milton Shorthorn Spring Yearling Heifer class. First place junior and first place overall, entry 628, Olivia Van Everett. Third place, Katie Schultz, exhibiting Shocking Wild Legacy. Second place, to entry 629, Lead HP Blaze Sipper, exhibited by Peter Vale. And first place, entry 628, exhibited by Olivia Van Everett, Hardcore L-Stripe Diamond P. Judge Mitchell.
Well, the heifer that we're starting our spring yearling class, I think comes to the top pretty handily for me. She's the most balanced heifer in the class and also has the best set of feet and legs in the class. It is just that overall balance, her drop to her fore and her rear rib that carries her over the heifer in second. She's also a little more level from hooks to pins. Second over third is a fairly close placing, but this heifer's just a lot cleaner, more angular all the way through. Just gives you a much more dairy look when you get back behind her. The heifer in third, you do admire just the strength this heifer has. Just like to clean her up a little bit, particularly in the rump, and maybe help her on her rear legs to get her over those other two heifers.
Attention Milton Shorthorn exhibitors, we are looking for the winner yearling entry from Landon Neely, please. Those of you keeping your catalog, in class for the spring yearling heifer class, entry 626 was third, entry 628 was first and first junior, entry 629 was second.
And best red and kids twice. We haven't figured out how many of us shoot the ring.
And that's what's thinking to ensure that he
I told him to bring him. This isn't the first show of the week. Right? We haven't had anybody else running it today. But it isn't my deal. I'm just a lowly announcer. Yeah. Man, that's the first place cat. See, there's just no way. Not my deal.
Judge Eaton has begun his first poll in our red and white spring yearling class. Red and white winter yearlings should be making their way to ringside.
Have we not even watched the class the whole show?
it's somewhere there that will check.
I think she doesn't have the right number besides.
It's certainly
Beats the shit out of what's got to be 6:30. That's the gap. It's running late.
In our winter yearling heifer class for the Milky Shorthorn breed, congratulations to the first place junior, entry 634, Joanne Deluxe Rose Bean, exhibited by Kyle Bonavita. Third place to entry 632, exhibited by Katie Schultz, Weissman Motown Celebrity. Second place to entry 634, exhibited by Kyle Bonavita, Joanne Deluxe Rose Bean. And first place to entry 630, exhibited by Landon Neely, Heavenly Looking Good E.T. Judge Mitchell.
Well, a really nice class of winter yearlings here, and the heifer that we're going to start the class with is a pretty handy winner, a heifer that just exceptional style, exceptional balance. She's just a little cleaner today than our heifer in second, a little more angular all the way through. Also handles her rear legs just a little nicer today. The heifer in second, another just an exceptionally balanced heifer. For me, she's just a little stronger in her loin today, a little more level from hooks to pins than our heifer coming out in third. The heifer in third, just a much more massive heifer, much more drop to both her fore and her rear rib, and this extremely long heifer coming out in fourth. The heifer in fourth and the heifer in fifth, two extremely similar heifers. For me, when they're out on the move, the heifer in fourth just a little more level from hooks to pins than this real long neck dairy heifer bringing up the end of the class.
For those of you keeping your catalog in the Dublin Shorthorn Show, Class 5 winter yearling heifer, entry 630, exhibited by Landon Neely, Heavenly Looking Good ET was first, 631 was fifth, 632 was third, 633 was fourth, 634 exhibited by Kyle Bonavita, Jillian Deluxe Rose Beanie was first, junior, and second. Fall yearlings are entering the ring. We need our summer junior 2-year-old at ringside. Our first and second place junior animals should also be at ringside for selection of junior champion.
Trinity Miller with entry 460, please.
Four 46,
460.
460. Oh, and 446.
Kathy, can you hear me?
Yes.
We are looking for winter yearling entry 446 from Michael Wolf and 460 from Trinity Miller, please.
I think I got them. If you got them written down, I'll take them.
Judge Mitchell has started his first pull in our fall yearling Open Shorthorn class. Summer junior 2-year-olds should be at ringside, as well as first and second place winners, junior exhibitors from this morning.
could eat any time. I'm not fading away to nothing.
Because they can't just give him 2 minutes because there's a line in the floor and
Oh, yeah.
so they need to order something.
You mean plan ahead? Sorry. I hope the world didn't hear me.
I bet you would. I bet you would. So you want a cheeseburger?
So junior milk and shorthorn exhibitors, we're going to be looking for the winter calf from Ella Field, the spring yearling from Olivia Van Everen, the winter yearling from Kyle Bonavita, and the fall yearling from Ella Field.
But it's only one.
Ketchup.
Sure. Thank you.
Doing summer movie too next.
Yeah, because she's not fresh.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations in our fall yearling milk and shorthorn class. First place junior, entry 637 Ella Field, New Beginnings Comanche Rhine. Third place to entry 636, exhibited by Mary Sweeney. Manisha Creeks Maiden Malibu ET. Second place to entry 640, Glenn McNeil and Alan Van Gorder with Gary's Cristo Saffron. And first place to entry 635, exhibited by Vanessa Wickham, Riverdale Anecdote Cadbury P. Judge Mitchell.
What a great class of fall yearlings here in your milking shorthorn show. Got a pair of heifers that come to the top of the class pretty easily for me. The heifer that I'm going to start the class with, she just has an advantage in feet and legs. She keeps her legs up underneath her so much more. Tracks a little straighter when you get behind her. She's also a little more correct in her rump structure, just a little more level from hooks to pins, a little more correct in her thorough placement. And this big long heifer coming out in second. I will grant the heifer in second has a little more midsection, a little more drop to both her fore and her rear rib than the heifer we started the class with. It is just that length and style that carries our second heifer over our heifer in third. She also handles her rear legs just a little nicer today, a little more appropriate about her set. Our third heifer has a little more set than I would like to see. Third over fourth, this heifer just holds her loin just a little bit stronger, keeps her pins down just a little nicer than extremely dairy heifer coming out in fourth.
Got the top three in the junior.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
For those of you keeping your catalog in the fall yearling milk and shorthorn class, entry 635 was first. Vanessa Williams exhibited Riverdale Anecdote Cadbury P. Entry 636 was third. Entry 637 was exhibited by Ella Field. New Beginnings Comanche Ryan was first junior and fifth overall. Entry 639 was fourth, and entry 640 was second. Our summer junior 2-year-old knotted milk should be entering the ring. Then we'll be looking for our junior exhibitors with their first and second place heifers from this morning.
422 is first.
I think Patsy was just taking care of it.
Oh, no, I just started. So you can have it ready because he can't get through the line. But I don't know what he wants, but we would each take a cheeseburger.
And he wanted one as well.
Matt, and I'd take a small Pepsi or something like that.
Okay, sure.
What do you want?
A bottle of water's good. Oh, I got
Thank
one.
you.
All right. So first three,
422 is first.
422 was first.
420 went 37, 437.
437.
Second and best spread known.
Okay.
434 is third. 428 is fourth. And 430 is fifth and first junior.
30 is fifth. First junior. That's one. That one gets a two. That one gets a three.
Congratulations in our summer junior 2-year-old Milky Shorthorn class to entry 641, exhibited by Landon Neely, Bell VF Patriot Lovable. Judge Mitchell.
Just one entry here in our summer junior 2-year-old class. Heifer that you really admire, just the overall mass this heifer has, just an extremely dairy grip on this heifer.
In our red and white Holstein spring yearling class, congratulations to the first place junior entry 430, Chloe and Claire Lamb exhibiting Miss Warrior Regal Red ET. Third place to entry 434, exhibited by Blake, Billy Joe Rose, and Cole Strickland, Miss Stunning WR Audacity. Second place to entry 437, Marilee Holsteins and Ransom Rail Farm with Marilee Cabernet Red. And first place to entry 422, exhibited by Adam Clark, Holzer Warrior Princess. Judging.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give this class efforts a round of applause. It's starting with the red and white spring run. They'll run one in this class with, she does so quite easily for me. A heifer just has so much balance, so much style. A heifer that's so hard across her top. That heifer just moves with ease around the ring. I give her the advantage today. I just prefer the way her throw is set up under just a little bit nicer than this extremely well-balanced weight heifer following her here in second. Take nothing away from this heifer in second. A beautiful balanced heifer, a heifer that follows the pattern as my first heifer. I'd just like to see her curls tucked up under her just a little nicer. I think my first heifer just has just a little more depth up in her chest. The heifer just carries that width back just a little bit nicer in the second heifer. The heifer in second just more closely follows my first place heifer. Takes her over this big, long, straight line heifer here in third. The third place heifer, a very correct heifer from that bend. You really admire the length, the dairiness of this heifer. Heifer's beautiful legged heifer. I'd just like to see her just have a little more width all the way through to get over our top pair. But she does use that lighter style. Heifer carries herself just a little bit nicer in her hips and pins and getting that throw position than this square, powerful heifer coming out here in fourth. Our fourth place heifer over our fifth place heifer. Just give her the advantage today. She's a little more square in that frame all the way through. The heifer did just a little deeper in her chest all the way through her midsection to take her over this very high style heifer here in fifth. Congratulations.
In our Milky Shorthorn Junior Champion class, we have our first place fall yearling entry, the first place fall calf. Entry 622, exhibited by Ella Field, New Beginnings, Comanche Riesling. We have our first place spring yearling. Entry 628, exhibited by Olivia Van Everen, Hardcore L-Stripe Diamond P. We have our first place winner yearling. Entry 634, exhibited by Kyle Bonavita, Joanne Deluxe Rosa Bean. And we have our first place fall yearling. Entry 637, exhibited by Ella Field, New Beginnings, Comanche Rhyme.
At the queue, last call for entry 446 for Michael Wolf.
Last call, Michael Wolf, entry 446. Last call, Michael Wolf.
Well, let's go ahead and give our junior exhibitors a big round of applause. Been a lot of numbers, but a very nice show this morning. I'm going to go out and just congratulate your junior champion reserve and honorable mention of your junior show, and then I'll come back and give you my reasons. For me, this first place winner yearling makes a pretty logical junior champion today. She's just a little cleaner, a little more angular than that first place spring yearling. Just a little more dairy look all the way through. And then your first place spring yearling is another an easy reserve junior champion. She's just so much cleaner than our fall yearling there is. And the fall yearling over the December calf, who similarly made heifers, just an advantage in a little bit of maturity there.
Congratulations on our Milton Shorthorn Show, junior champion of the junior show, to entry 634. The winner yearling exhibited by Kyle Bonavita, Joanne Deluxe Rosa Dean, reserve junior champion, to the spring yearling entry 628 exhibited by Olivia Van Evra. Hardcore L-Stripe Diamond P, honorable mention to the fall yearling entry 637 exhibited by Ella Field. New Beginnings Comanche Grind. Best bred and owned was entry 634. The winner yearling, it was also junior champion exhibited by Kyle Bonavita, Joanne Deluxe Rosa Bean. Entering the ring now for junior champion. First place, winner heifer calf, entry 621 from Maple Downs Farms 2 and King Granson Farm, King Lloyd Zumba Sunrise, followed by entry 620, exhibited by Justin and Ashley Kaufman, All Glow Foster Ryan E.T. Next we have the fall heifer calves. First place fall heifer calf was entry 623, exhibited by Keith and Donette Fisher, Hardcore Side Ride Rhea, followed by entry 1365, exhibited by Peter Vale, Old Bankston JC Lipgloss EXP ET. Then we've got our first place summer yearling, entry 1364, exhibited by Peter Vale, Lazy M Money on the Line. From our spring yearling heifer class, our first place spring yearling, entry 628, exhibited by Olivia Van Evra. Hardcore L-Stripe Diamond P, followed by the second place spring yearling, entry 629, exhibited by Peter Vale, Elite HP Blaze Sipper. From our winner yearling class, first place winner yearling was entry 630, exhibited by Landon Neely, Heavenly Looking Good ET. Followed by entry 634, exhibited by Kyle Bonavita, John and Deluxe Rosa Bean. From our fall yearling class, first place was entry 635, exhibited by Vanessa Wickham, Riverdale Anecdote Cadbury P. Followed by entry 640, exhibited by Glenn McNeil and Alan Van Gorder, Gary's Christos Saffron. Rounding out this morning's heifer show, the summer junior 2-year-old knotted milk, entry 641, exhibited by Landon Neely, Bell VF Patriot Lovable.
And in your red and white.
Reading down the catalog from our red and white show, this class 4, the spring yearling heifer class, entry 414 was 10th, entry 415 was 18th, entry 416 was 13th, entry 417 was 21st, entry 418 was 20th, entry 419 was 19th, entry 420 was 12th, entry 421 was 9th, entry 422, exhibited by Adam Clark, Holzer Warrior Princess, was 1st. Entry 425 was 7th, entry 426 was 8th, entry 428 was 4th, entry 429 was 15th. Entry 430, exhibited by Chloe and Claire Lamb, Ms. Warrior Regal Red ET was 1st junior and 5th. Entry 431 was 22nd. 432 was 14th. 433 was 24th. Entry 434 was 3rd. Entry 435 was 26th. Entry 436 was 16th. Entry 437 was 2nd. Entry 438 was 25th. Entry 439 was 23rd. 440 was 11th. 441 was scratched.
was wrong, but I think it's supposed to be. No, we don't.
18, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 9, 1.
Continuing on page 8 of your catalog, entry 442 was 17th, and entry 1282 was 6th.
And who was first for juniors? That was
Number 430.
it would be
Well, if everybody would, let's go ahead and give our milking Shorthorn exhibitors a big round of applause here. I think we've had a great show here this morning. I pulled out the 4 heifers that for me here in contention for junior champion of your show. I pulled out our first place fall calf, a calf that's extremely balanced. You really love the sweep and depth of rib on that calf. Our first place summer yearling, a heifer that's quiet green, but the calmer she gets out here, you can certainly admire the style of this heifer. And then I pulled out our pair of winter yearlings, 2 heifers that are extremely balanced, just a great pair of heifers. I'm going to go out and congratulate your junior champion and then reserve and honorable mention in that order, and I'll come back and give my reason. For me today, this first place winner yearling's kind of a lights out winner. It was her and everybody else. She's on the money, just tremendous style, tremendous set of feet and legs, and just a tremendous heifer. And then I think the heifer that most closely follows her is that first place fall calf, another extremely balanced heifer. A heifer that, maybe isn't quite as on the money condition-wise as that winter yearling, but a heifer that is very correct, and I think will do very well later on this year. Then it gets a little closer, but for me, this summer yearling's just a little nicer right in the front end, a little fuller in her crops than that second place winter yearling.
Congratulations in our Milton Shorthorn heifer show today. Junior champion to the winter yearling, entry 630 from Landon Neely, heavenly looking good ET. Reserve junior champion and best bred known to entry 623, the fall heifer calf exhibited by Keith and Donette Fisher, hardcore side ride Rhea. Honorable mention to the summer yearling, entry 1364, exhibited by Peter Vale, ATM money on the line. Judge Eaton has begun his first pull in the winter yearling heifer class. Fall yearling should be thinking about headed to ringside.
Okay, just the heifer that missed the class and then didn't miss the class.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I wouldn't have let it in the ring. In fact, I told him it was too late. Your 4-H kid maybe.
Just wondering, can we just announce that there's only 8 more women, so for a junior,
We've got that list. We're ready.
In the Milton Shorthorn Best Breed Junior Females, congratulations, entry 1329, Ethan Jeanette Fisher, Judge Mitchell.
Just one entry here in our junior best three, but just an exceptional group of heifers, especially this fall calf and our first place spring yearling are two extremely nice heifers, certainly deserving to win the class today. Congratulations.
Just 2 cows.
Attention red-white exhibitors, there are only 8 fall yearlings registered, so things are going to pick back up here speed-wise. So junior show participants, we'd like to have your first and second place individuals headed toward ringside.
There comes the Shorthorn cow.
Milking Shorthorn 4-year-old should be entering the ring, please.
Dry cow.
Is that supposed to be uncorked Chardonnay? Pat?
Congratulations to the first place 4-year-old in the junior show and open show, entry 643, exhibited by Ella Field, Grey Goose, Motown. Judge Mitchell.
Just one entry here in our 4-year-old class, but Cal with just tremendous strength. You can certainly admire the power and width that she has all the way through.
How far did that coach go?
Milford, New York. Cooperstown. I imagine the calves that she's nursing home are hungry. Here comes our ace cow.
Nice cow. Look at
Yeah.
that. Let's bet on Grand Champion.
Nope.
Ella, why don't you start heading back this way, please? Congratulations in the Milton Shorthorn Ring, Class 17 age cow. First place, entry 644, exhibited by Mary Sweeney, Marley Presto Juliet EXP.
Just one entry here in our Milton Shorthorn H-Cow class, but a cow that's 7 years old and had 6 calves. Just an exceptional cow, tremendous mammary system for her age, and just an easy cow to win your class today. Congratulations.
Let's do senior champion of the junior show. You got one choice there, Judge.
So you got one junior, 2 seniors. Our open show. So that cow is that cow's not in the junior show. Not according to my book.
So we have just our one cow back out here from the cow classes in the junior show. So she was your senior champion of the show. And then we've got our 2 heifers back out here. And for me today, this cow is, she's dry today, and certainly some questions there about exactly what her mammary system looks like when she's fresh. So for me, I'm going to make these 2 heifers grand and reserve of your junior show today. Congratulations.
Senior champion of today's junior show, Milton Shorthorn breed, goes to entry 634, the 4-year-old from Ella Field, Grey Goose, Motown. Grand champion, today's junior show, goes to entry 634, the winter yearling, exhibited by Kyle Bonavita, John Ann Deluxe Rosa Bean. Reserve grand champion to The spring yearling entry 628 exhibited by Olivia Van Evero, hardcore L-stripe diamond pig. Senior champion of the open show needs to walk this way. Mary.
The first three. One, two, three, first two.
In our red and white Holstein ring, winner yearling class, congratulations to the first place junior entry 455 exhibited by Chloe and Claire Lamb, Cozy Country Youth Spice Red ET. She'll also be your third place individual. Second place to entry 443 exhibited by Adam Clark, Wade Brew Analysts for Lure Red, and first place to entry 449 exhibited by Maple Downs Farms 2, and Peter Vale, Oakfield, Any Darling Red ET, Judge Eaton.
Well, another great class of heifers here in our winning yearling class, and I have top 2 or 3 come to the top quite handily for me, but the heifer I'm starting with today, she's just a little more to her up and through her front end. Heifer does that nice width all the way through her frame. It just carries her over another high style heifer here in second. Our second heifer, February 10th heifer. Heifer that I think just has style to burn, a heifer that you love her length of frame. A heifer that's just so pretty as she moves around the ring, just needs a little time to get caught up in the mass all the way through. Maybe just drop just a little bit in that fore and rear rib to get her over the heifer here in first. But she does use her cleanliness all the way through, the quality of bone right down through her hop. Heifer, it's just cleaner, hide it. Then it's this big powerful heifer coming out here in third. Our third place heifer, you love the length of frame, the balance, this heifer, the drape to her rib. Heifer that I just like to clean her up a little bit. Heifer I just like to see her carry her hips, pins, and throws a little nicer at all times as she moves around the ring and get her over our top 2 heifers. But a beautiful high style heifer, a heifer that has that beautiful high china length, the head and neck. It carries her over another well-balanced heifer coming out here in fourth. Our fourth place heifer, maybe not the biggest heifer in the class, but extremely well-made heifer. A heifer you really admire balance all the way through. A heifer that for me, she's just a little deeper in that fore and rear rib, more spring to that rear flank to take her over this big long frame heifer coming out here in fifth. Congratulations.
Well, if y'all would, let's give our Shorthorn exhibitors a big round of applause. So we haven't yet done a senior champion, which we only had 2 cows in the show. And for me, your senior champion is going to be quite handily this age cow. Just some decided advantages in the mammary system, just a little cleaner, more angular all the way through. So they'll be your senior champion in reserve. And then when they come back out here for Grand, we'll stick with our age cow for Grand of your show today. I think that cow's 7 years old and had 6 calves. That's just a tremendous mammary system for that, and certainly deserving to be Grand of your show today. And for me, kind of as I discussed in the junior show earlier, I think I'll go with our junior champion heifer for reserve Grand, and I'll go with the other heifer for honorable mention Grand of your show today. To me, there's just some questions about the mammary system on our cow that is dry, and I'll just stick with these heifers for the reserve and honorable mention. Congratulations.
Congratulations in our milk and shorthorn classes. Senior champion to the age cow, entry 644, exhibited by Mary Sweeney, Marlee, Presto, Juliet EXP. Reserve senior champion at entry 643, exhibited by Ella Field, Grey Goose Motown. Grand champion of today's milk and shorthorn show, to the age cow, entry 644, exhibited by Mary Sweeney. She'll also be best bred known. Marlee, Presto, Juliet EXP. Reserve Grand Champion to the winner yearling heifer, entry 630 from Landon Neely, Heavenly Looking Good ET. Honorable mention to the fall heifer calf, entry 623 from Keith and Danette Fisher, Hardcore Ride Rhea. Also have banner announcements. Premier breeder of the heifer show is Hardcore. Premier exhibitor of the heifer show is Peter Vale. Premier breeder of the overall show is Hardcore. Premier exhibitor of the show is Peter Vale. Congratulations. For those of you keeping your catalog at ringside in our Red-White Holstein Winter Yearling class, number 5, entry 443 was second. Entry 444 was fourth and second junior. Entry 445 was 17th. Entry 446 was scratched. Entry 447 was 18th. Entry 448 was 15th. Entry 449, exhibited by Maple Downs Farm 2 and Peter Vale, was first. Oakfield, Any Darling Red ET. Entry 450 was 5th. Entry 451 was 12th. Entry 452 was 11th. Entry 453 was 13th. Entry 454 was 14th. Top of the next page. Entry 455, exhibited by Chloe and Claire Lamb, Cozy Country Youth Spice Red ET, was first junior and third. Entry 456 was 16th. Entry 457 was 8th. 458 was 9th. 459 was 10th. 460 was 6th. And entry 461 was 7th. Again, entering the ring, we have 8 fall yearling heifers coming in, so if we could get our first and second place juniors from today's Red and White show, heifer show to ringside, that would be appreciated.
Yes. Yep. You betcha.
Produce. Produce, 1 entry, Judge.
There we go. Chase. Got it. Thank you. Yep.
And just one entry here in our produce sedan, but 2 really nice heifers. You really admire just the strength that these heifers have, and certainly deserving to win your class today. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Ella Field of Milford, New York, first place in produce sedan.
Dude, your girlfriend's gonna make you start dyeing your hair.
Hey,
Nobody tells me nothing.
how many more classes you got out here?
1.
So,
He's gonna need a break.
how long before you want to start the grocery ship? 15 minutes? It's 15 would be good, so probably like if you got a little skip.
I got 5 minutes, 7 minutes after 1. So we'll start at 1:20. Okay.
Oh, 1:30.
I thought it was 1.
So let's give everyone, because there's people up there like hadn't heard now.
Oh, sure. Okay.
In the Milton Shorthorn Dam and Daughter class, first place to the entry from Ella Field. Attention Guernsey exhibitors, we are going to start the Guernsey show promptly at 1:25. That's about 15 minutes from right now. So if we could have our Guernsey winter calves at ringside in about 15 minutes, we'll appreciate that. Judge Mitchell.
Just one entry here in your dam and daughter class, but another nice pair of animals that you can certainly just admire the strength that these animals have. Congratulations.
Judge Eaton has completed his first pull in the fall yearling class, therefore first and second place red and white entries from the heifer show today should be at ringside. Junior exhibitors.